So Mayor Gonda put out a letter on Twitter maybe an hour ago, not directly in response to the video that you posted, but it's involved in this conversation as a whole. So what's your kind of response to the mayor's letter?
Well, I worked with the City of Red Deer last year, where the City of Red Deer passed a motion saying that they want to remove the drug consumption and overdose site and transition into recovery-oriented care. I've worked closely with them. We've scaled up that now to an over $3 million commitment to a number of different services that are recovery-oriented, that aren't around continuing to facilitate addiction in these drug overdose responses. So we are moving there, and I've offered the same thing to Calgary. Last October, I wrote them a letter saying, I'm not interested in seeing multiple drug overdose sites across the city. I'm not interested in moving the Sheldon Schumer to another community. I'm interested in seeing if the city wants to partner with me to transition out of drug consumption site services and into recovery-oriented services. I understand in the letter from the mayor, she's talking about a new site. That's zoning. That is up to the city to decide. I want to know whether it's going to be in Tuscany or Bowness or Mackenzie Town or whichever community they believe the drug overdose center should be, and they can choose that. But from my perspective, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in transitioning out of the drug overdose center in Schumer into recovery-oriented response.
And I guess the mayor's point is kind of like, she's wondering why you guys are asking them to make that decision when you guys could. Like, her point is like, why are you guys asking me to do your job for you, so to speak?
Okay.
So, and that's my,
There's no doubt that it's my job as the minister to have a response to the addiction crisis happening in communities. That's why I'm bringing in a recovery-oriented response in the Alberta model. That's why I have compassion intervention coming. That's why I've built I've increased 10,000 treatment spaces since we got into power in 2019. But there's no doubt that the city is responsible for future economic growth of its citizens, for the safety of its citizens, and for the zoning. And if a city's primary position is that they want to have a new site for a drug overdose center somewhere in the city, that is their responsibility to tell me where and when that is.
Okay, we're going to move
from
to
my
Michelle.
From my perspective, I would like to see a different path forward. Not one that facilitates addiction, one where healthcare doesn't harm but instead heals those in addiction and brings them into recovery. That's what I'm offering as an olive branch. It seems the city seems to be more interested in positioning for politics. My position has been consistent since I wrote them in October. That is what's on the table from this government.